Hello, I'm Adam Walls, the designer of capability-based planning, the Ardoq solution. Capability-based planning is an assessment of your capabilities that results in a prioritization based on the level of concern that stakeholders have for certain quality characteristics and how important they think those quality characteristics are. The quality characteristics come from a quality model called the PPTD, which stands for Process, People, Technology, and Data. We have a two-level model, the four categories at the top, and then within each of those we have a number of sub-requirements. And we have two levels of check. We have the light check, which is just the four categories, and the full check, which is the full 16 categories. And to do that, we have a number of surveys. We have the light survey, which covers just the four. And within each of those, we ask the level of importance between 1 and 5 with a scoring rubric, and the level of concern and the rationale. And then we have the full survey, which is the 16 quality requirements. In this case, we're going to look at our core capabilities, and we see contact center. We've done a maturity assessment and we've done a market differentiation assessment, and we find that the level of maturity for contact center is quite low, but the market differentiation is quite high, which would make this a target for assessment. We look at the sub capabilities within contact center, and we can see that they're all low maturity. And so we decide to do a capability assessment across all of the capabilities. We do that with the two surveys, and in this case we're going to do the light assessment for contact center and contact center operations and design, which are the high level capabilities, and the low level capabilities, or the level 2 capabilities, we're going to do a full assessment. We do those with surveys, and we get some scores for each of those. We get the importance, the concern, and something called exposure. Exposure is importance multiplied by concern, which tells us, if we multiply them together, what's the most important and has the highest level of concern to our stakeholders. And this allows us to prioritize. From there, we can create some bubble charts, and here we have bubble charts for each of the capabilities that we've assessed. And here we can see the high-level capabilities, the light capability, the light assessments, and in this case, process for contact center operations is a major concern. The size of the bubbles are the level of exposure, and importance along the bottom, and level of concern. So we can see these have the highest level of concern, the highest level of importance, which make the highest level of exposure. Therefore, in terms of contact center operations for our stakeholders, process is our biggest concern. And here we have the full assessments for the lower level capabilities, in this case, contact center setup. We can see these are our concern. Now, in this case, we're going to have a look at contact analysis, and we can see technology adaptability, people availability, and process effectiveness are our biggest level of concern. And here's a dependency map showing the same thing. And then what we can do is we can create capability deltas for these three. And here they are, which allow us to attach those to the capability inside the capability workspace to say, contact analysis has these three deltas that need to be addressed, and then they can be dropped into strategy to execution, and initiatives can be created to address these. And this allows us to prioritize exactly what within capability we need to address. There are some dashboards here which identify how important to our stakeholders, what's the level of importance, and the level of concern they have for each of the capabilities. And so in this case, contact center operations has the highest importance, but the highest concern is inbound contacts. And then which one has the highest level of exposure, in this case, contact center operations, and some exposure and concerns averages. Also, we have a dashboard that show how many capability deltas have been created from capability-based planning, which of our 4 high-level quality requirements we have the most issue with, in this case process, and which one the status of our capability assessments, and then some metrics around average level of concern and average level of importance and importance over time. Thank you very much.